Good evening, board members, Superintendent Felder, and community. I'd like to bring you some brief updates from the Human Resources Department. The first area is OCS vacancies. As of January 22nd, I'd like to give you our vacancies by school level. We have one elementary vacancy for a classroom. We have four non-classroom vacancies. For middle school, we have two classroom vacancies. For non-classroom at the middle school level, we have two vacancies. At the high school level, we have one vacancy, classroom, and one non-classroom vacancies. To date, with regards to our classified vacancies, we have 18 classified vacancies. Please note that on certain classified positions, we keep them posted all year in order to increase our applicant pool. Some of those positions would be bus drivers, custodians, child nutrition services, substitutes, and teacher assistants. Again, we keep those positions posted all year. The next area that I'd like to talk a little bit with you about is the Americans with Disabilities Act. As you know, we have a number of staff members who have self-identified for accommodations via the Americans with Disabilities Act. The chart that says Human Resources Update gives you a snapshot by school of those staff members who are identified and approved ADA, our teachers, and it also gives you an indication of if that particular teacher would require a substitute. Again, this chart is broken down by school level and gives you an idea that if school opened today or school will be opening for elementary K1 on Monday, it gives you an idea of what our sub needs would be. There are also additional staffing needs that we're continuing to review in other departments, such as our transportation and operations departments, to ensure expeditious responses to support to any needs that may arise during this pandemic. For instance, with the increased change for bus routes, we most likely will need an additional person to help with bus routing. We may need additional bus drivers should any of them be impacted by COVID. The operations team is looking into creating our own OCS emergency response team to remediate any impacted spaces instead of relying on external cleaning services. So again, our department continues to monitor staffing needs, not only at the school level, but across the organization. The last slide that I'd like to share with you this evening is this slide with regards to our framework for substitutes. The chart reflects our coverage plan for substitutes at three different tiers. The first tier for substitute coverage, schools would cover their sub needs internally, and this is a typical practice that has taken place not only during the COVID time, but during regular school times. Schools provide coverage for teachers and other staff who may be out sick for the day. Again, other staff members in the building, such as classified staff, would cover that particular class. The second tier of support is our substitute pool. We have been continuing to recruit substitutes, and currently we have 50 substitutes who are available should they be needed on the 25th and throughout the remainder of this school year to serve as substitutes at all levels. And finally, thanks to our CNI department and specifically Jason Johnson, we have also created a district-wide central office substitute coverage team. We have recruited 35 staff members across the organization who will also be available for substituting and covering of classes should the need arise. So those are just some of the updates from Human Resources. Thank you.